Good morning. So today we're going to finish up my turkey. I'm talking a little quiet because people are sleeping, so hopefully you can still hear me. That's why I keep coming closer. So last night I took my cardstock and I pleated it like I showed you, the tri-fold or the accordion fold, and then I glued the two ends together in the middle, the two ends that I didn't want to be out, and I put it under something heavy overnight. So now I have this, and I do have a little bit of trim up because it didn't get quite even. So what I'm going to do is you can see where it's not even. I'm just close it back up, take my scissors, and cut it so that it is. So I have 1, 2, and 3. Again, I missed a little bit. I didn't trim this one up yet, so I'm going to do that real quick. And it's not totally easy just because it's thick paper. And then on this one, the fold wasn't exact, so there's a little bit left over for that. I'm going to leave it. I don't mind it. So now, this is the tricky part. This is the part I'm not sure about. I'm going to put it on a couple of popsicle sticks. And of course, I'll just use one more. I lost my other popsicle stick that I was going to use. So I'll just use one more of these big ones. So basically, I found my popsicle stick. What I want to do is I want to make a base for this turkey to sit on. So I'm going to use 2. I'm going to glue them together with a little bit of a base. Just 2. So, excuse me, I'm going to measure yeah, I could do that. Basically, this one works. Well, you're not going to be able to see that mark. I'll make it so you can kind of see it. Stretch. There. Okay. So I just cut it, or measured it so to make sure that each side would fit. And then you just take scissors or anything you want, or you can actually just break them. Or you can do that, drop them. Ugh. That whole bending over thing with my back and my hip still doesn't work very well. And just cut it in half, or wherever your mark is. If you get a rough edge like this, you can just file that off with an emery board, or you can trim it off with some scissors. That way you don't have to worry about slivers. And then I'm going to take my glue gun, and I'm just going to put a strip of glue across there where I want my brace, and glue it on. And make sure my ends are even. Some of the glue will also seep in between. So you want to make sure that they're tight and exactly where you want them to be, because taking it apart will be virtually impossible. Doable, but will not be easy or fun. It shows up a little bit, and I can always trim that down later, but I'm not going to be totally worried about it because my turkey stuff is going to cover that. And gives me my turkey feet. Alright, so I want to mark where I want my turkey to sit first, so that his feet look cute. Now I'm sitting here trying to think, how am I going to get this with no end to sit on this board and be sturdy. Hello, one moment. I'm going to glue him to this. So he's going to look like that. Okay. So, I'm going to mark it so I basically know where I want to place it. And basically, well, I also want to mark so I know how high up to go on the glue. For this first one, I'm going to just barely mark where the cardboard ends, because I don't want a whole bunch of extra glue. Because that part's what it's going to show. And I'm just going to take my glue and I'm going to put it on the edge, which is not going to be easily done. Because it's going to mainly want to slide on down in there. And I'm going to concentrate the glue down here at the bottom where it's thicker, so I can find a good place to hold on. I don't know if you can see the glue. And you kind of want to be fast because you don't want this to totally dry, because you want your bird to stick. And then just set it on there. And you got a few seconds to spread it out and move it around a little bit. And voila! Okay! Now, I had said yesterday that the reason I'm doing it on here is technically what you can do is then you can just glue your next set and then your next set. I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to make it so you can put napkins in between. However, I did make a rookie mistake, which don't do. Before you glue this one, compare the two to make sure this one is going to be tall enough to show. It's not. I may need to take a tad bit off, which is doable still. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my smaller scissors and I'm going to trim them down a little bit. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, that's going to be my easiest. So I got to go off camera for a minute, because I'm going to force him to close on the top, and so I can make a mark. I know where basically to cut, and it opens back up, and this isn't easy because it's not completely straight, and I don't want the scissors to accidentally cut my turkey. So put the scissors behind the turkey. There we go. And just try to get it as evenly as possible. This is why you kind of want to think it through. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, yellow doesn't show a lot. Okay, that's okay because the next one you got is him. Okay, so there's going to be just a little bit of space, which then they'll show up a little bit more. So now what we want to do is we already know where we want our turkey body to sit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set him here, and I'm going to mark again how far he goes. And I'm going to take this one, this is the next one I want to glue on, leave a little bit of space, and I'm going to mark again, both sides. I'm going to hold still long enough. I got to put it down in order to hold it still to get a good mark. And now this is the part where you may have to do it, you may have to maneuver and move it just a little bit. Alright, so let's see here how much space is close the gap a little bit, which is also why I'm using a pencil. Alright, so to make this quicker for the video, I'm going to go ahead and glue him on and then go from there. So now that I've showed you what to do, I'm gluing the bottom of this, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue just right there. And I'm going to set the yellow part flat, because that's going to be the strength of it. Alright, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line of glue right in the crease to help hold them up better, because it is such a narrow spot that is being glued. If I can see good enough to do it, I would do that. Let me make sure it's in there. I was going to use my knitting needle for that, but I dropped it and I don't want to let this go to pick it up. There we go. Are you going to stay? Yes. And then I'm going to use either I'll use my cutter, a razor blade, something. And I'm just basically, while it's still a little warm, I'm going to kind of push it back so that I can kind of clean it up. And if it doesn't go, I can't get it to maneuver, then what I will do is I'll just set the glue gun on top of the glue that's there, heat it up so it's willing to move, and then I'm just rolling it off because it's such a short spot. It makes it easy to do that. Or, like I said, if it's not, you can just, especially once it's hot, you can just use your razor. And look, I'm being a good girl and going away from me, like I never do in real life. And just pick off the excess glue. Because we're going to paint these. And, well, if you're going to paint these, you don't have to. You can leave it like this. You're not going to want those big extra glue things because they're going to show in the paint. You want this to look as cute as possible. It's going to be your centerpiece, or one of your centerpieces. And then I got a little bit here in the front, and again, most of the time it'll just peel right off. That's the other thing about hot glue that I love. Just give it a little sharp edge underneath it, and then you can peel it off. Works better on peeling off on glass than it does on wood, let me tell you. So, anyways, I'll do that when I'm done. I'm not sure I'm going to paint. I'm definitely going to paint the front for his feet. I'm going to paint them orange. So then, I'm going to take this next one. I'm going to measure it to make sure I put at least a couple napkins in there. And on this one, I'm going to flatten it out. I'm going to put my finger in the middle and just give it a little bit of a flat surface for the glue to stick on. But I'm being careful that I'm not undoing what I did last night. So then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that flat surface, and as quickly as possible line it up where I want it and press down that flat spot straight as I can. You only have to hold it for like 30 seconds, and then it's pretty much good to go. Wouldn't that have been funny if it had fallen right off when I did that? And this last one. There we go. It's easier. It's already got my little flat spot. Glue. Put it where I want it. Centered, push down and hold. about 30 seconds. And look what we have. Is that not cute or what? I started to pick up a napkin so I could show you, which I left over there. So I'm just going to use this paper towel I wiped with glue. But you can put napkins in between. Or nothing. You can put plastic silverware. I think I'm just going to set him on there because I just think he is just adorable. And again, I'm going to paint his feet orange. Let me set this glue gun down before I knock it down, because we obviously know one of these days, in one of these videos, I promise I will be organized and ready to go and have all my supplies ready. I really will. Not today. Orange. I think he should have orange because it matches his beak. Oh, Lord have mercy. I do have that one piece of glue though I need to get off there before I paint him, or it's going to look like he's got like an overgrown something or other. So again, I got a big old clump of glue that just will not peel off for me. So I re-melted it. And then I'm taking my little razor and just scraping it right off. And I'm just so pleased with myself that I discovered this little trick, because I'm a messy crafter. Maybe that's what I should have named my site, Messy Crafter. I'm surprised I don't have any of this glue on me, which is good because this is what I plan on wearing to physical therapy today, this morning. You know, nice and comfy for the torture. Actually, they're really good to me there. They're really caring. I go to Durand and I'm very pleased with the staff so far. Right after the surgery, I had physical therapy in Flint, and again, they were really good. Really good. Alright, so now I have a brush sitting right here. Oh, of course. And I'm just going to put just a little dab in my paint dish because I don't need very much. That's going to be too much as it is. And I'm just going to paint his feet, and then I'll turn it around and show you. I missed some of the glue because I don't want to take too long on this. And for whatever reason, when I record on my phone, it won't let me pause the video. It just makes me stop the video. But if I try to record on my laptop, it says it doesn't recognize its own camera. It's the camera that's built in. Why is it? I don't know. Just don't recognize camera. We don't recognize camera. So I don't know. I don't know if I have to download something. I don't know. I got frustrated and gave up. So this one just looks like maybe it had dropped some feed on its foot or something. I don't know. But it has a Marty mark. Okay, guys. Look at this. Look at that cute little turkey. I'll touch that up right there because it shows a little bit more than I thought it would when I turn it. Look at that cute little turkey. A turkey napkin holder centerpiece for Thanksgiving. OMG. Maybe I can think of one for Halloween. We'll see. But for now, I gotta go. And have a good day.